Yeah, maybe a thunderstorm here or there. We'll have more on that and the temps throughout the rest of the week and a peek into a new week.
Oh, okay, exciting.
All coming up.
Yay. So excited. Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
Our top story this morning: for years, cities across the Coachella Valley have relied on the county for animal services without really knowing how much they're paying or what they're getting. But now Palm Desert is pushing for transparency. I spoke with city leaders who held a study session last week to evaluate their deal with the county. Take a look. For years, animal services in Palm Desert were handled by Riverside County with little city or public scrutiny. But now the city is pressing pause. Their contract with the county expired at the end of June, and instead of rubber stamping a renewal, city leaders asked for a fee study, wanting to know exactly what they're paying for.
When I was the chair of the Animal Services Commission, I started asking questions and we weren't getting answers and got more people involved. And during that time, we still felt there wasn't the transparency that's adequate for an agency that's managing that much money.
The City Council held a study session last week, diving deep into what's being charged and where services can improve.
Where other cities chose to renew the 3-year contract, I didn't feel it was appropriate that we renew it without getting the proper fee study that they were already overdue.
Palm Desert budgeted $620,000 for animal services, but the county's costs came in lower, potentially leaving a $110,000 surplus. Now the City Council is exploring how that extra funding could be used to better support animals and residents in the community through programs like spay and neuter vouchers, microchipping, and assistance for senior pet care.
But the exciting part is they're talking about how we can improve animals at the city level. And this hasn't really been done by our cities throughout the county for the past several years.
No decisions were made just yet. The city plans to revisit the contract this fall, but Palm Desert's deeper dive into its animal services could inspire other Coachella Valley cities to do the same, taking a closer look at how they can better serve pets and the people who care for them.
Other cities may also request a study session to evaluate the contract that they are engaging in, because I think that the county, once they looked at the numbers, they realized that they have to change the way things are, including the way that things are being billed, to be sure that they're truly meeting everyone's needs.
The city is also working with the county to track where shelter animals are coming from so they can better target services. And there's an urgent call for help from the Riverside County Department of Animal Services this morning. Staff says county shelters have reached 240% capacity for dogs in July, and they are calling it a state of emergency. To help open up space, they are waiving adoption fees at all county shelter locations and have extended hours at their Europa Valley location this weekend. There are over 1,000 dogs in county care waiting for adopters and fosters like you. The Greater Palm Springs Animal Allies are holding a blood drive today at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter in partnership with Lifestream. It runs today from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Donors will be able to enjoy the company of tons of lovable pets, as well as help save lives within our community. Representative Raul Ruiz is reintroducing the Mobile Cancer Screening Act along with other U.S. representatives to make health screenings more accessible for underserved rural communities. For those at high risk of lung cancer, federal guidelines require private insurance for screenings, but many eligible patients still struggle with its accessibility, especially transportation. The bill is supported by Surgeons National. Ruiz says it follows the Braidwood Supreme Court decision upholding preventative care for private insurers, which includes screenings. Ruiz believes the bill will be a step forward for underrepresented areas in need. Palm Springs residents will gather this Thursday to honor the life and legacy of late civil rights icon and Congressman John Lewis. Our NBC Palm Springs Brett Rosen has a celebration of life.
You see something that is not right, not just, not fair, you have a moral obligation to say something, to do something.
This coming Thursday will mark the 5th anniversary of the death of John Lewis. He was a strong advocate for nonviolence, voting rights, and racial and economic justice. Born in Alabama, he was the son of sharecroppers who left an impression on a generation of civil rights activists and organizational leaders.
He was brilliant. He was a connector. And I think the legacy that he is bringing to us is that we can still rise through challenges that we have if we use each other and the capacity that we have as a culture.
Good trouble was coined by John Lewis, a phrase he used to urge people to take action and create change in a peaceful way. There are more than 1,000 Good Trouble Lives On events scattered throughout the nation. The president of the nonprofit Brothers of the Desert, Tim Vincent, says the event hosted in Palm Springs is not a protest. Instead, it's educational.
It's a nonpartisan with regard to politics event. And it really is about educating the community about his legacy, how important he is to us and our history.
Vincent says the hope is for people to understand the meaning of what good trouble is, and that a community together is stronger than one person.
Together, when we are connected to our community, we are stronger and we are invincible in many ways to getting things done.
We must learn to live together as brothers and sisters.
And let's take a live look from our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. Time now to check back in with Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at your forecast. Jerry?
Yeah, clear skies right now over the Coachella Valley, beginning with 81 degrees in Palm Springs, 37% relative humidity. That'll be down to the teens, so a little drier air today. Winds calm at the moment at thermal. Southeast end of the valley, 82 right now, 37% relative humidity. Temps include 73 degrees up at Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, 77 Desert Hot Springs, 80 Indio, 80 also at Palm Desert, San Gorgonio Pass, 67 at Banning, 73 at Cabazon. Winds light and variable around the Coachella Valley. Onshore winds will pick up a little later on today, as they have been over the past few days. Radar kind of dark here, but nothing showing up as far as echoes over the Coachella Valley or much of Southern California. Monsoonal moisture today stays to the east of us over Arizona. Hot and breezy today, 105 to 109. That'll be a range of highs today under sunshine for the Coachella Valley. And dew points have fallen a little bit since yesterday. We're closer to 60 degrees, middle of the afternoon, around 50 degrees, and peak temps at around 4 today. That includes 106 in Palm Springs, the normal high 109, 107 at Cathedral City, 108, Rancho Mirage and La Quinta. Subtract a few more degrees. Actually, I'll change this to 104, but 104 under some clouds tomorrow as monsoonal moisture begins to move back into the area. There is a chance of a mountain thunderstorm both Thursday and Friday. More on that coming up in the full forecast minutes away.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Coachella wants your input on the developing rail station project that will connect the valley to Los Angeles and Orange County. It will be held next week on July 24th at the Coachella Library at 4 p.m. and it'll allow residents to give feedback on station access and amenities. For more information, you can visit our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. If you're looking to give back, Indio has a vacancy in their Community Services Commission Board and are hoping to fill it. You can learn more about the program and apply by visiting our newsroom tab once again on our website. If you're hoping to step into the world of education, the Palm Springs Unified School District is holding a job fair today at their district offices starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon. They're hoping to fill a number of substitute positions throughout the district, mainly in non-teaching roles, referred to in the school system as classified positions. From campus safety to nutrition services, they are hoping a number of holes can be filled before the school year gets started. You can find links to register on our newsroom tab. Well, as Jerry mentioned, the heat is on in the valley, and the Palm Springs Surf Club is teaming up with the city to offer Palm Springs residents half-off admission today. Tickets for adults are $20 today. You can note that it does not come with surf pool admission. Kids are just $10. It's a great local spot, so check it out if you have a chance today. It's time for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look. Do you know where this is? You'll have some time to think about it, and we'll tell you about the special location at the end of our broadcast. I'll give you a little hint as well before we get there. Coming up next on your morning news, I stopped by Clark's Nutrition in Rancho Mirage to check out some of the great organic produce they have to offer. It's one of the largest offerings in the entire valley. We'll explain more next. But first, we're going to head back outside and take a live look at our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast straight ahead.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by Clark's Nutrition Natural Foods Market. Live better, we can help.
We are at Clark's Nutrition today with Starkey and Debbie in one of the coolest organic veggie and fruit sections I've ever seen. This is all organic for the most part, right?
All of it.
Except for one
item that we can't get in as organic. It's tomatillos. We keep them separated in a tray so they're not commingling with any of our other organic produce. But all of this, everything you see here, this is all 100% organic.
All the way across the board.
That is
Debbie, you've literally
incredible.
been with us like 20 plus years, right?
Yes, this August, I will be 20 years here at this store.
So, Mary, here's the question I want to ask her.
Okay.
What does commingle mean?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
As
so
far
if
as
it's a non-organic
you
product,
don't, if it's a non-organic product, you don't want it sitting right next to your organic product because the chemicals that are in non-organic produce could commingle or get onto your organic produce.
It's nice that you're really conscious of that.
We're very conscious of that.
You know, the store, I won't name any names, but the store I go to that's closer to home, their organic section is literally like, it's my wingspan.
Yeah.
I mean, at very limited choices. And you come here and it's like, you don't have to worry about reading labels because we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
You really have to be aware and look at the codes.
Yeah, if you're not looking at the codes and seeing a code that shows a 9, then you know that you're not getting organic.
So it has to start with a 9.
Starts with a 9.
Got it.
Okay. Ultimately, everything in the store is probably going to start with a 9, without a question.
Got
with the
it.
exception of maybe one item.
With the exception of one item.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it must be a lot of work to source this much organic product because, like I said, in other stores, this is a really little section. How are you able to get so much in?
We have a couple of really great distributors. We have a great corporate office that they are always constantly looking for new vendors, local people, just reaching out there into the world to see what could be the best products that we can bring in for our customers.
That is so cool. And what I really love is that it's expansive. So you have options and choices. So even if this is a little bit out of the way, I feel like it's worth the drive because you've got so many organic options. And we've talked about this before, how organic is so essential because of all the pesticides that are in our foods now.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is, Mary, in order to stay healthy, you've got to have fruits and vegetables regardless, right?
Absolutely.
But the fact of the matter, if you can get them organic, it just makes it that much better.
Absolutely. I remember in COVID times, everyone was grabbing the pastas and the rice and the this, but what's actually better for your body would be the fruits and vegetables. And they're a lot less expensive too, I find, than buying all the packaged foods.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
The other thing too is think about this. Look at all this color, right? So God made the color so we could be attracted to it.
Yes.
Not to be attracted to a box.
That's right.
I'm not saying that box food doesn't have some
That's right.
advantages, but hey, some color's like a good deal, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and then you've got some interesting products that I've seen. You have whole aloe vera leaf, you've got specialty mushrooms. What are some of the other specialty items that you can't really find anywhere else?
Got turmeric.
Turmeric, yes, the fresh actual root, turmeric root.
And that's organic too, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Impressive, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed you've got these little baby mini cucumbers that I look for, but I can't really find. The organic radishes that are hard for me to find as well. And I love the green cauliflower.
Romanesco.
The Romanesco.
Yeah.
Like I really have a difficult time finding those little specialty
Super cool
items.
color.
Yeah, super cool.
Probably one of my favorite things that we have is an incredible variety of yams.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. You've talked about
Japanese,
yams and how good they are for you.
love it.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Which one is that? This is the standard yam?
This is a standard yam. So I
Yeah.
just picked this one
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, but we also have Japanese and all sorts of different ones. Really
That's
cool.
so cool. Wow, Debbie, thank you.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
It. Always good
Sure.
to see you, Starkey.
Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
And we'll be right back.
Once again, starting out with clear skies over the Coachella Valley and our Agua Caliente Casino cam behind me. We'll see plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Yesterday, like the day before, near normal numbers in the valley. We hit 108 in Palm Springs, 109. That's our normal high, and we'll subtract a couple degrees today. 77 right now, Desert Hot Springs, lots of lower 80s in the valley. 67 at Banning, 50 at Big Bear. Winds variable around the Coachella Valley, but onshore winds will begin to pick up as they have been over the past several weeks, late in the afternoon, close to sunset. set. They'll get a little breezy, a little gusty in the wind-prone areas. More on that coming up. As far as radar, nothing happening over Southern California. Again, that may change tomorrow. Right now, the thunderstorm activity over south central Arizona, all moving up to the north right now. Even some thunderstorms there. We could see some thunderstorms in our area. But today, monsoonal moisture stays over Arizona, 105 to 109, maybe a couple degrees below normal for the Coachella Valley. And onshore winds, strong breezes late this afternoon, but hot and breezy. And the humidity level does come down slightly, a touch of it out there. Anyway, the winds will be strong today. Not as strong as yesterday evening, but we're talking upper 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds, San Gorgonio Pass and Desert Hot Springs, and along the north of I-10, low 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in the wind-prone areas. That backs off Thursday and Friday. Surface moisture, we've been tracking this over the past couple of days because of the humidity. The numbers do come down a little bit. I mean, teens for relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon and dew points in the low to maybe middle 50s in the southeast end of the valley. But the humidity returns on Thursday. Those dew points move up to around 60 degrees. Okay, temps today, 106 in Palm Springs. Clear skies, 108 Palm Desert, 106, 29 Palms, and 90s are on Banning, Beaumont, and Cabazon. Overnight lows close to normal again, upper 70s, lower 80s under clear skies. Now, tomorrow things change a little bit. We have a disturbance, a retro low, moving its way north instead of south. That, along with the high pressure center to our east, will funnel up some of that monsoonal moisture, and it moves its way a little closer to us. Not a whole heck of a lot, but enough to warrant maybe a couple mountain thunderstorms around the area. And that'll be the case on Friday, although the low begins to fade away. But still, Southern California could see a few thunderstorms. Now, here's one of the computer models, the North American mesoscale model here. We're taking your way through Thursday morning and looking for maybe a couple smatterings of green there, indicating some showers and thunderstorms moving into Thursday. And again, the afternoon, we could see some thunderstorms around the San Bernardino Mountains. Okay, fast forward into Friday. Again, maybe a chance, but not all that much. There's some green on the top of your screen there. Maybe San Bernardino Mountains getting a thunderstorm or two. Now, as far as the ensemble forecast, they only put a few smattering of thunderstorm activity in the San Bernardino Mountains Thursday and Friday, basically the same. Not a lot of activity. They downplay it. As far as temps, Thursday, 104 on Palm Springs on Thursday afternoon, 105 in Palm Desert, and then 104s or 105s on Friday afternoon with mostly sunny skies. Quick check of the tropics. Will we see Dexter in the North Atlantic Basin? Well, let's take a look. We're looking at a very disorganized bunch of thunderstorm activity south of the panhandle of Florida, making its way to the west. Right now, not much going on, but 88 degrees C surface temps where it's heading. It could develop into a tropical depression, maybe a storm. If it gets too close to land, yeah, the chances diminish because it's going to be weakened because of that. But if it moves its way down to the south, it could develop into Dexter. We'll keep you updated on that in the Gulf of Mexico. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 106 today, lots of sunshine. Humidity returns tomorrow with monsoonal moisture, maybe a mountain thunderstorm here or there. Nothing for the valley, definitely. More sunshine Friday with 104, and again, a mountain thunderstorm a possibility. 108 Saturday, mostly sunny skies.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating. And we couldn't agree more.
We are midweek. Time for hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. Today we're exploring the day, see what some of the holidays that are happening today you may not know are happening. And that's my job, to tell you all about it. Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. National Guinea Pig Appreciation Day. You have a lot of pets. Did you ever have one of them?
I did. I had 2 guinea pigs growing up.
Yeah, these little balls of fur are great pets.
They're
Adorable.
so cute.
Apparently, they originated in the mountains of Peru. Throughout their long history, humans have eaten them, worshipped them, and used them for experiments. Thus, you're going to be my guinea pig?
Yes.
Right?
Ooh,
Am I going to be your guinea pig?
Yes.
Also, it's National Corn Fritters Day today. These flavorful bites of corn and batter originated in the American South. That's something tasty. I've had before.
Delicious.
National Cherry Day is today. They range from sweet to tart and red to yellow. You can use them in dishes, desserts, even drinks.
So good.
Yeah, cherry. Get some cherries today. Also, National Hot Dog Day. Kind of a summertime treat, I guess.
I'll take one.
Right?
Do you
hot
like
dog
yours
in a
with
bun?
Ketchup or
I
mustard?
don't do hot dogs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You do veggie dogs.
Yeah.
Do you eat those with ketchup or mustard?
No. Yeah, anyway. Hot dog, key word in today's pop quiz. Here we go. First of 2 right now. Name the 1989 baseball-themed film which features a climactic ending scene in which right fielder Dr. Archie Moonlight Graham permanently leaves Major Baseball in order to save a young girl named Karen from choking to death on a hot dog which was lodged in her throat after falling from the bleachers. What movie are we talking about here?
Holy Moses.
A, Field of Dreams, B, Major League, or C, The Sandlot. Do you remember that scene?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember the scene.
Oh, I do.
And boy, it could be any of these, so I'm gonna go with Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams,
yes,
okay.
Field of Dreams.
Guys, you know the film, the baseball film? A, and a reluctant A.
Sneaky A's in there.
Yes,
I see.
it's Field of
Hey,
Dreams.
okay, for sure.
Moonlight Graham, yeah. It's, you know, the ghosts who play baseball,
That's
who come
right.
out there, and Moonlight Graham
Yes.
makes a major decision that he's going to give up baseball to become a doctor.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
Anyway, here we go. Next hot dog question. The R&B soul vocal group The Drifters scored several Billboard pop hits during the late 50s, early 60s. This particular top 5 single from 1964 features these lyrics. From the park you hear the happy sound of the carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. What's the name of this Drifters tune? They're all Drifters tunes, but which one is correct? On Broadway, A, B, Under the Boardwalk, or C, Up on the Roof? Guys in the control room.
On the roof.
On the roof.
Is
yeah,
that a song?
exactly. Yeah, they're all Drifter hits,
Oh.
big hits, yeah. But which one talks about hot dogs? Got a B and a B and a B and a B and a B. Under the Boardwalk is correct, yes.
Yes,
100% for everybody.
Great day.
Yeah, it is.
Happy
yes.
Wednesday, everybody. I hope you got those right at home, too.
Yeah. Perry Como and Hot Diggity Dog taking us to break.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
These are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning, July 16th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. Jerry's going to have your forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first, a look at some of your top stories this morning. Representative Raul Ruiz is reintroducing the Mobile Cancer Screening Act along with other U.S. representatives to make health screenings more accessible for underserved rural communities. For those at high risk of lung cancer, federal guidelines require private insurance for screenings, but many eligible patients still struggle with its accessibility, especially transportation. The bill is supported by Surgeons National, and Representative Ruiz says it follows the Braidwood Supreme Court decision upholding preventative care for private insurers, which include screenings. Ruiz believes the bill will be a step forward for underrepresented areas in need. Coachella wants your input on the developing rail station project that will connect the Valley to Los Angeles and Orange County. A meeting will be held next week on July 24th at the Coachella Library at 4 o'clock. It'll allow you to give your feedback on station access and amenities. For more information, you can visit our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. The Indio Tap House may be changing ownership soon. Earlier this week, the Rogan Report mentioned that the tap house is on the market. Last night, Fred sat down with the owner to learn more. Take a look.
Skip, welcome to the program.
Hi, Fred.
Hey, so I was shocked. I know you put a lot of time, a lot of effort into the tap house, and it meant an awful lot to
Right.
me. I know, and I've been there. And then I saw it was for sale. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's good there. You know, I believe that my specialty is really in developing these projects. The city came to me. They wanted to revitalize that area. And the deal was so good. It really wasn't anything that I could pass up. So we built something great there. You know, there's a lot of land around there, and there's the ability to build condos, and there's the ability to actually even build a third restaurant. So I figured, you know, I've gotten it to the spot that I want it. Now let me see if there's somebody else that can come in and take it to the next level, because in my opinion, it's really great down there.
But, you know, you talk about there's land for condos and stuff. What about overall in the Coachella Valley? You've been here, you were Golden Voice, you ran Coachella, you know almost everybody. What's the business climate like here in the Coachella Valley?
Well, I think, you know, in my opinion, and I do know a lot of people in town, I think that the restaurant business is going to suffer going into next year just because the pricing and the costs are so high and the labor is so high. And I really do feel like this in certain cities, maybe Palm Desert, Indian Wells, Rancho Mirage, there's going to be this, the snowbirds that normally come that maybe rent and don't own, they might not be coming this year.
Why does it take so damn long for everything to happen here? It is mind-boggling to me, Skip.
Yeah, it's not at the fast pace that LA would be in a lot of ways. But I think that if you have good projects and good business, and it is a lot easier than you think. Indio in particular has been very generous and very easy to work with. Even during Coachella, when we had a lot of the issues when we went to the 2 weekends and 3 weekends, they always worked with us. And I think a lot of the other cities are like that. You know, I don't do a lot of business in Palm Springs, so I don't know what that's about. But, you know, years ago, you know, the mob was the first inhabitants of this area. So a lot of that mob culture still permeates the area.
So what are you talking about? You got to navigate the mob?
Well, I think it's like it takes a long time to, get out of that mode. And we're generally a seasonal resort area. So right now in the dead of summer, it's 110. It's not very fun here. And but in the wintertime, people want to come here, and it's a vacation. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all these rich guys, they live all over here and they vacation here and they spend a lot of their time here. So actually that helps the area quite a bit, and the prestige. So I do like that those types of people spend time here.
You know what? I think the most fascinating stories would be about the mob, but we'll save those for another time, okay?
Right. Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Fred.
Hey, Skip, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Hope I can do it again soon. Let me know.
Well, if you're looking to give back, Indio has an opening on their Community Services Commission Board. You can learn more about the program and apply by visiting our newsroom tab on our website. The Palm Springs Unified School District is holding a job fair today at their district offices starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon. They're hoping to fill a number of substitute positions throughout the district, mainly in non-teaching classified positions like campus safety and nutrition services. They're hoping to fill a number of vacancies before the school year gets started. Well, sometimes what one person no longer needs becomes a hidden treasure for someone else. And in Desert Hot Springs, a local secondhand store is giving new life to old items and second chances to the people who walk through its doors. Antonio Marquez takes us inside Desert Rose, a store where community, creativity, and purpose all come together.
That's right. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And at Desert Rose thrift store, that saying couldn't be more true. Today was the ribbon cutting for the reopening of the Desert Rose thrift store. And although it's not a complete remodel, now the community will be able to enjoy more space and way more discounts.
This program started a while back when the Mizell Senior Center was in coordination with the City of Desert Hot Springs for the Senior Center. And once the city took the program back over, we transitioned it back to city-run programming. So this is just us relaunching this and giving the community awareness that this thrift store is here and that the proceeds go to good causes.
And one key element for the success of the store is help of the volunteers who come every day to set up, sell, and do everything possible to provide the community with the best service and, of course, a unique style, which is what Emma Guerrero provides. And after 2 years of volunteering, she now helps in the store, put in her own touch of style. And, of course, she tells us what motivates her when she's decorating the store and rearranging everything for sale.
Myself, because I like to put colors on each place. I take care of myself a lot, and I mash my clothes and I put it in the store.
All the money raised helps the center and the programs that are offered, such as free food and resources of all kinds, including housing.
There's programming on all the time happening here at our senior center based on the needs of our seniors in our community.
And now the store offers more things for the whole family, including toys and student discounts. The Desert Rose thrift store is open Monday through Friday, starting at 8:30 in the morning. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you that photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal that location at the end of our broadcast. So let me show you that photo again. Take a good look. Have you been here before? Here's the hint. If you look closely, you can see one of their unconventional employees in the corner of this image. Think about that one. We'll tell you more about this special location coming up later on in our broadcast. But first, we're going to head back over to Jerry in the Weather Center with a look at your forecast. Jerry.
Yeah, hot off the press. Headlines today. As far as weather's concerned, near normal numbers. Plenty of sunshine today for the valley. Monsoonal moisture makes a visit to Southern California. Could bring some mountain thunderstorms. We're going to let you know when and where. Full forecast minutes away. Clear skies, Agua Caliente Casino Cam behind me. Yesterday, again, normal numbers for the valley as far as temperatures are concerned. A high of 108, close to the 109 degree normal this time of year in Palm Springs. So today, kind of close to normal, maybe subtracting a couple degrees, but 74 degrees at Yucca Valley, a sunny 76 at 29 Palms, 84,000 Palms, Indio 82 right now, 69 at Banning, and winds light around Southern California and the Coachella Valley. Variable here, but onshore winds will begin to pick up late this afternoon out of the west as usual, getting a little strong in the wind-prone areas, but not all that bad. Radar really kind of dry as far as rainfall is concerned, but that may change tomorrow. The closest we see thunderstorm activity is southern parts of Arizona right now, all part of the monsoonal moisture that will be over much of the state later on today. That's where it stays this afternoon, but 105 to 109. That'll put us again close to normal. Plenty of sunshine to go around with an onshore flow that picks up late in the day. And the winds will be in the upper 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds, San Gorgonio Pass and Desert Hot Springs, late afternoon and evening, and low 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in the wind-prone areas in the Coachella Valley along and north of I-10. That backs off Thursday into Friday. Surface moisture, we've been tracking this quite closely over the past couple of days because of the humidity which has moved into the area. But today, slightly drier air. Middle of the day, relative humidity in the teens, but those numbers move up beginning tomorrow with dew points around 60 degrees Thursday afternoon. Talking temps today, 106 in Palm Springs, 108 Palm Desert, 97 degrees at Cabazon, actually 90s around the San Gorgonio Pass, 106 at 29 Palms. Normal numbers overnight, upper 70s, lower 80s under clear skies this evening. Then we move into Thursday and things change. We do have a retro low moving its way to the north instead to the south or east, and kind of sandwiched in between that high to the east of us. We're getting some of that monsoonal moisture that'll be pulled up tomorrow, and some of that could lead to mountain thunderstorms, especially afternoon with the heating of the day, rising air. Temps slip a little bit, 103 to 107, and we'll see a little extra cloud cover in the valley tomorrow. Friday, mostly sunny skies. That low begins to weaken a little bit. Still some monsoonal moisture over the area and hit and miss thunderstorms, both according to the GFS, their latest forecast. Here's the NAM forecast taking us through Thursday. Again, we could see some storms, maybe even the high desert, San Bernardino Mountains, the best shot on Thursday. Again, yeah, to the north and west of us, the best shot of seeing thunderstorm activity. It settles down overnight, moving into Friday. There's a timestamp. We could again see a few mountain thunderstorms. Well to the north, San Bernardino Mountain action there, but not as active as Thursday. Again, the NAM. And according to the ensemble forecast, not much going on. I mean, all they have for tomorrow is a San Bernardino thunderstorm late in the day and about the same on Friday. Nothing really around the mountains like San Jacinto. As far as temps on Thursday, they do come down a little bit. Again, the normal number for Palm Springs, 109. We get 104 on Thursday and then 104 again on Friday. Dexter, will it happen? It's moving into the Gulf of Mexico right now. Very disorganized thunderstorm activity south of the Panhandle, moving its way to the west. If it stays closer to land, it probably won't develop into Dexter. But if it moves its way down to the south where sea surface temps are in the 80s, upper 80s, it has a very good chance of developing. We'll keep you updated on that. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, not as humid as yesterday. 15% relative humidity for many of us this afternoon, but sunshine 106 for Palm Springs. Pair of 104s on Thursday and Friday. Both have a chance of afternoon thunderstorms occurring. 108 Saturday under sunshine. We'll see some clouds on Monday with a high of 106.
Coming up on Today, have you heard of sneakflation? It's a new way that some companies are passing on rising costs to shoppers, and people are not happy about it. We're going to tell you how to spot it and also share some ways to save on your grocery bill when we see you right here on Today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Laws are changing around solar owners and utility. Our NBC Palm Springs' Caitlin Kelly has the details on the ever-changing legal climate. Take a look.
When a homeowner chooses to install solar panels on their home, they enter into an agreement with the utility. In Southern California Edison, that agreement term is set for 20 years. But Assembly Bill 942 sought to retroactively change those agreements by slashing the grandfathering from 20 to 10 years and eliminating said contract altogether should the homeowner sell their home.
So the utilities proposed this year to change the contracts for existing solar customers who had been guaranteed by the state of California that they would get their existing terms of the solar relationship with the utility for 20 years.
The bill, which was drafted by Assembly member Lisa Calderon in February, was met with strong opposition. And earlier today, she agreed to strike those items.
First of all, I'd like to start off by saying I am accepting the committee's amendments.
For solar advocates, they see this as a win in what they describe as a war on rooftop solar.
Thank God this thing could push through. The grandfathering stays intact for 20 years. That would ruin their savings, and they'd be paying more than they would if they just stuck with the utility.
But solar advocates aren't the only ones breathing a sigh of relief.
So it would have had a direct impact. I mean, there's no getting around it. Anytime you create a bill like that where people, they go to purchase and then they have to take on a new contract or a new payment system where they're not getting the credits, they're not getting the incentives typically that they would see for solar being, like it's got a lot of benefits to it, they're not going to purchase those homes.
Lisa Calderon says she proposed the bill due to a cost shift where non-solar homes are subsidizing solar homes. But Brad Hevner from the California Solar and Storage Alliance says,
well, this is bad math straight from the utilities. And, I have a hard time blaming individual legislators. But, some of them are able to study it, see through, understand that this is not true. This is not a subsidy to solar customers from non-solar customers. It's actually saving money for everybody when people go solar.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The Palm Springs Cultural Center has some out-of-this-world offerings if you're looking to get your extraterrestrial fix. Our NBC Palm Springs' Steve Summerall reports.
Looking to visit some strange and interesting locations during these hot summer months? Not to worry. For the price of admission, the Camelot Theater will take you on a trip out of this world.
I think sci-fi is all about giving yourself unconstrained imagination. You can go anywhere, you can do anything.
When it comes to movies, we're all familiar with the sci-fi genre. It's where we get all of our catchphrases.
Get away from her, you...
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Now, every Saturday through September 13th, the Palm Springs Cultural Center, located at the historic Camelot Theater, is presenting these sci-fi classics, as well as some cult films for which you may not be as familiar.
Let's be bad guys.
So, I visited the Camelot Theater with a list of upcoming movies, and spoke with some true science fiction fans about what makes these films so special.
I had been interested in Star Trek from the original series in the 70s, and to be able to see it brought to the big screen in a very true-to-life form. The storytelling really spoke to me.
The Matrix.
A mind bender. A mind bender. It was, I was tripped out.
Planet of the Apes.
I haven't seen it.
Seriously?
I seriously have not seen it.
I wish I were you. I'm jealous of you having not seen that and being able to see it for the first time.
That was a hell of a thing.
Galaxy Quest was a fun new way to bring Star Trek to the screen without actually saying it was Star Trek.
Funny. Oh my God, that man makes me laugh. Yes.
Repo Man.
Ooh, that was good. Yeah. Kind of dark, but liberating in its own way.
That's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what I would like?
I think I know.
Barbarella.
What was it? It was the spaceship with the shag carpet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jane Fonda, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
Forbidden Planet.
Good, like, cheesy sci-fi. Like, the beginning that made it what we have today. So thank you.
Where have you been? I've beamed and beamed.
Sorry, miss. I was giving myself an oil job.
For Desert in a Minute, this is Steve Sumrall for The Rogan Report.
And our desert entertainment contributor Todd Makovsky is with us again this morning, and he brought with him a 7-time Desert Theater League Award winner. Take a look.
With me today is one of my favorite local performers. She is an actress, singer, and director. She starred in productions like Mamma Mia, South Pacific, Fiddler on the Roof, and Cabaret. And I was lucky enough to perform with her in Hairspray and Growing Closer, her Carpenter's tribute show. She will be performing Adele Through the Ages next Friday, July 25th at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. Lizzie Schmeling, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me once again.
I said it, you're one of my favorite performers, and it's absolutely true. We have done a couple of shows together.
Absolutely. We need to do more.
And you are doing a brand new show.
Yes.
Adele Through the Ages.
Yes.
And tell me about that. How did you get interested in the music of Adele?
So, a little different from my Carpenter show. You know, with Karen Carpenter, I did grow up listening to that music, you know, thanks to my mom and my dad. But there was that little disconnect just because I was not born when the Carpenters' music was, you know, popular, and when it came out, I don't have that personal connection with, you know, waiting in line to buy the record and everything like that. But with Adele, that's my generation. I remember, you know, I was in high school when Rolling in the Deep was on the radio and everyone was singing it. And I remember when 25 dropped, and I remember, you know, even through COVID when 30 dropped, you know, a few years ago, which is crazy to think about now. But it's that level of personal connection that I have with this artist that not only is another one of my vocal icons, but having that, you know, connection with it, of being there when it all happened and being in the room where it happened, you know.
Do you have a favorite Adele song?
Oh my gosh. Probably, I mean, 19, her first album, is one of my all-time favorites just because of the rawness of it. And it was her debut album. I would say Hometown Glory is just, that piano interlude in the beginning is just beautiful.
Fantastic. And the show is part of a cabaret series.
Yes, it's Cabaret a la carte at Palm Springs Cultural Center.
And this is in Theater Number 2, which is kind of a brand new space.
Brand new, converted. They did it with Theater 3. We've had plays and cabarets and fundraisers in there. But they did want to do the same thing with Theater 2. So it's the first round of live entertainment.
It's very exciting to have a new venue.
Yeah.
And a brand new show.
Yeah.
So the show is Adele Through the Ages. It is on Friday the 25th at 7:30 at the Palm Springs Cultural Center at Theater Number 2.
Yeah.
Lizzie Schmeling, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.
And to see the full interview with Lizzie Schmeling, go to NBCPalmSprings.com. Click on the Desert Entertainment with Todd page.
So nice to meet Lizzie. Thanks so much, Todd. Now let's take a live look outside of your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. We'll be right back with a recap of your weather forecast and reveal our Where in the Valley special location.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
It's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guess where this is? Here's the photo. This is Frisky Business in Palm Springs. Its staff includes not only humans, but furry felines that you can play and pet while enjoying some great food.
Guinea pigs,
I've always wanted to go there.
Okay.
You get to bring your laptop and work, and then there's cats roaming around, so
And you get to pet them and everything?
And you get to pet them, and they get to hang out with you.
They rub against your legs, kind of do the figure eight thing?
Yes. Oh, I do want to mention, Olivia Sandusky will be moving into the anchor seat for the midday news. You may have noticed that yesterday. I'll be reporting, which I love, and working on content and interviews for our morning show. So we look forward to having her on our midday news.
A lot of sunshine today. Humidity goes down a little bit, but goes way up tomorrow. Mountain thunderstorms possible Thursday.